Welcome to Marina's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make some chicken and prosciutto rolls. They are lovely to have. You can either have them hot or cold. So all we need now, we need some chicken breasts, we need some prosciutto. I'm going to make 3 of them for you to show you. I opened a jar of sun-dried tomatoes with garlic. I just need a little bit of that to put inside. You can either have, I've got some of my own pesto and I'm going to put a little bit of pesto inside too, or you can have some, if you don't have pesto, you can have a couple of spinach leaves to just have that little bit of green flavour inside. And then we have to have some cheese. It's not a lot of cheese, it's just a little bit to put inside. I've got a mixture here of mozzarella cheese and a bit of Parmesan cheese. Just have a little bit of mixture of a couple of cheeses, whatever you've got. And then we're going to fry them up in breadcrumbs. So I'm going to show you, I had a lovely chicken breast, so I cut it in 3 and I cut that really nice and thin like that. If you can't get it thin, just put it between cling wrap and bang it a little bit. But I managed to have some 3 nice pieces out of that lovely big breast I had, and I'm just going to make 3 for you just to show you how to make them. So there. Well, you've got 3 pieces of prosciutto that you're going to put in there, but what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on that chicken breast, just a sprinkle, and a little bit of pepper. That's enough, just to give it that little bit of salt and pepper in it beforehand, because the prosciutto is quite tasty. So what you're going to put now is I'm going to put I'm going to put my tomato on there first. Just spread it like that to give it that little bit, but you don't want a lot, otherwise it'll all ooze out. They don't take long. What we do is I put them in breadcrumbs and then I fry them and then I finish them off in the oven. So they're lovely to have hot or cold. So just spread that like that. You don't want to put a lot. And then the remaining of the sauce, you can heat it up and you can have it when you're having your chicken and prosciutto rolls. You can dip it in there, a little bit of sauce. That's all you need, is a little bit of that sauce like that. That's all. You don't need a lot. Now we're going to put the prosciutto in it, each piece. Just put that straight there like that. And that one goes in there. Those nice pieces of prosciutto have got beautiful flavour through it. It's lovely. And another one there. You can turn it up if it's too long, doesn't matter. Just turn it up. Now on top of that, I'm going to put my pesto. If you don't have pesto, you can put your spinach leaves, just to give it a little bit of flavour, a bit of greenery through it. This is my homemade pesto that I make, so I'm just going to spread that like that on it. That gives it a lovely flavour because I've got some nice, this is lovely basil and the garlic through it, which gives it a lovely extra flavour through it. You don't want a lot. Just to sort of spread it down there. You've got to have a couple of toothpicks so you can put these together. Just like that, that's enough. And that gives it a lovely flavour inside these chicken and prosciutto rolls. So, okay, so now I'm going to sprinkle some cheese. As I said, I've got a mixture here. I've got mozzarella and I've got Parmesan cheese. You don't want to put a lot. You just want to sprinkle a little bit, so far like that. Just enough to give it that flavour. They are so nice to make. These rolls could be made the night before and then you can cook them the next day, because you fry them up and you brown them and then you put them in the oven. So you can put them in the fridge when you've got them ready and then you can do them later, or you can go ahead and do them straight away. Now that's all you need. You don't want a lot of cheese. It only takes about just a spoonful each on each roll. That's plenty. Otherwise it's going to all ooze out. Now we're going to have some toothpicks because we're going to roll them up. I've got 3 toothpicks here, or you can have more if you want an extra toothpick. I got some of the thick ones there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll them up. Just keep on rolling it up like that. Put it all together and put your toothpick through it to hold it together. There you go. So then we're going to dip it in egg, first in the flour and then in the egg and then in the breadcrumbs. You might need 2 toothpicks if you want to, or the one is enough. If it's not enough, you can put another one. Just keep on rolling them up like that and just secure them with a toothpick. So once they're done like that, all I do now is I'm going to put them in flour, egg and breadcrumbs, right? So, and in my breadcrumbs, what I've done was I've mixed up the plain breadcrumbs and some panko breadcrumbs, and I've put some parsley through it, which gives it that little bit of extra flavour, and you can even put a little bit of Parmesan cheese through that breadcrumbs, which gives it that extra flavour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dip them in my flour, like that. I'm going to dip them in my egg. I've got an egg here, and then put them in my breadcrumbs. Now I've got my pan on here. What I do now is I'm going to fry these up and brown them, and then I'm going to put them in the oven for about, in an 180 oven for only about 25 to 30 minutes, because we browned them in the pan and then just finish them off in the oven. I just do them like that and put them through the egg. There, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put them through the breadcrumbs now. I've got my pan on, and look, at this stage you can either just leave them, put them in the fridge, and you can do them later. Like you can do that the night before and then fry them up and put them in the oven when you need them. So what you need to do is just leave them like that, or unless you can go and cook them straight away, whatever you like. Sometimes I like to put them in the fridge to keep them for a little bit in the fridge, and just to, and then until I'm ready to use them up and fry them and put them in the oven. They are lovely to do. They're not, look, that one didn't take long at all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat up that pan. I'm going to put it in I'm going to fry them up and brown them up. And then I'm going to put them in the oven. I've got my oven on for 180. So I'm going to show you now. This is what you do. I'm going to put them in a little, when I brown them up, I'll put them in a little baking pan like that with some baking paper underneath. So I've done mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what mine look like. So look, they are lovely when they are cooked. These I've done before. I just cooked these before, and I've cut it open so you can see how it is. Just cut it open like that, and they are beautiful. You can either have them hot or cold, whatever way you want to. Look how nice they are, and they could be for lunches. You can even slice them up in small slices. You can go this way and do small slices, or you could go the other way. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You could either have the big pieces triangled like that, diagonal, or you can have the smaller pieces like that, cut in little pieces. So there you go. I've only done 3 there. You can do as many as you want to. That was a nice, just one nice chicken breast that I managed to get those lovely 3 nice pieces out of it. The rest of your chicken, you can crumb it and you can make some crumb chicken. Don't waste anything. But look, all you need is a bit of prosciutto inside. And look, that is easy to make. I hope you enjoy them and try them. They are really lovely. Thank you for watching. Bye.